Rush. Noun. Any of several stiff plants of the genus Juncus, or the family Juncaceae, having hollow or pithy stems and small flowers, and often growing in marshes or near water. Gear. Noun. Equipment or paraphernalia, especially that used for an athletic endeavor. Verb. To provide with gearing. To fit with gears in order to achieve a desired gear ratio. Adjective. Great or fantastic. Autumn. Noun. Traditionally the third of the 4 seasons, when deciduous trees lose their leaves. Typically regarded as being from September 24th to December 22nd in parts of the Northern Hemisphere, and the months of March, April and May in the Southern Hemisphere. Adjective. Of or relating to autumn. Autumnal. Parameter. Noun. A value kept constant during an experiment, equation, calculation or similar, but varied over other versions of the experiment, equation, calculation, etc. Sizes. Noun. Obsolete outside dialectal, and a size. Verb. To adjust the size of. To make a certain size. Noun. A thin, weak glue used as primer for paper or canvas intended to be painted upon. Verb. To apply glue or other primer to a surface which is to be painted. Chores. Noun. A task, especially a difficult, unpleasant, or routine one. Verb. To do chores. Verb. To steal. Noun. A choir or chorus. Hairdresser. Noun. A person who cuts or styles hair as an occupation or profession. Corresponding. Verb. Constructed with to. To be equivalent or similar in character, quantity, quality, origin, structure, function, etc. Noun. A correspondence. The situation where things correspond or match. Adjective. That have a similar relationship. Mechanism. Noun. Within a machine or machinery. Any mechanical means for the conversion or control of motion, or the transmission or control of power. Complain. Verb. To express feelings of pain, dissatisfaction, or resentment. Repeat. Noun. An iteration, a repetition. Verb. To do or say again, and again. Shortlisted. Verb. To place something on a short list. Adjective. Placed on a short list. Agility. Noun. The quality of being agile. The power of moving the limbs quickly and easily. Quickness of motion. Consistency. Noun. Local coherence. Choose. Verb. To pick. To make the choice of. To select. Conjunction. The binomial coefficient of the previous and following number. Laid. Adjective. Of paper. Marked with parallel lines. As if ribbed. From wires in the mold. Verb. To place down in a position of rest. Or in a horizontal position. Verb. To don or put on. To fill in. Phylacteries. Agent. Noun. One who exerts power, or has the power to act. Hector. Noun. Sometimes in the form hector. A blustering, noisy, turbulent fellow. A blusterer. Bully. Verb. To dominate or intimidate in a blustering way. To bully. To domineer. Answers. Noun. A response or reply. Something said or done in reaction to a statement or question. Verb. To make a reply or response to. Chauffeur. Noun. A person employed to drive a private motor car or a hired car of executive or luxury class. Like a limousine. Verb. To be, or act as. A chauffeur. Driver of a motor car. Comfortable. Noun. A stuffed or quilted coverlet for a bed. A comforter. Adjective. Providing physical comfort and ease. Agreeable. Professor. Noun. The most senior rank for an academic at a university or similar institution. Informally also known as full professor. Abbreviated professor. Bat. Noun. Any of the flying mammals of the order Chiroptera. Usually small and nocturnal, insectivorous or frugivorous. Spell. Noun. Words or a formula supposed to have magical powers. Verb. To put under the influence of a spell. To affect by a spell. To bewitch. To fascinate. To charm. Diagrams. Noun. A plan. Drawing. Sketch or outline to show how something works. Or show the relationships between the parts of a whole. Verb. To represent or indicate something using a diagram. Act. Noun. Something done, a deed. Verb. To do something. Salesperson. Noun. A person whose job is to sell things, either in a shop, store or elsewhere. Regular. Noun. A member of the British Army, as opposed to a member of the Territorial Army or Reserve. Adjective. Bound by religious rule, belonging to a monastic or religious order, often as opposed to secular. Adverb. Regularly. On a regular basis. Largest. Adjective. Of considerable or relatively great size or extent. Comedian. Noun. An entertainer who performs in a humorous manner, especially by telling jokes. Higher. Adjective. Very elevated. Extending or being far above a base. Tall. Lofty. Adverb. In or to an elevated position. Noun. A national school leaving examination and university entrance qualification. Verb. To make higher. To raise or increase in amount or quantity. Seriously. Adverb. Manner, in a serious or literal manner. Disappoint. Verb. To sadden or displease someone, by underperforming, or by not delivering something promised or hoped for. Adjective. Disappointed. Standard. Noun. A principle or example or measure used for comparison. Adjective. Falling within an accepted range of size, amount, power, quality, etc. Interjection. An expression of agreement. Brevity. Noun. The quality of being brief in duration. Impression. Noun. The indentation or depression made by the pressure of one object on or into another. Verb. To manipulate a blank key within a lock so as to mark it with impressions of the shape of the lock, which facilitates creation of a duplicate key. Misperception. Noun. An incorrect perception. Creative. Noun. A person directly involved in a creative marketing process. Adjective. Tending to create things, or having the ability to create. Often. Excellently. In a novel fashion. Or any or all of these. Polling. Verb. To take, record the votes of, an electorate. Noun. The action of taking a poll. Frame. Noun. The structural elements of a building or other constructed object. Verb. To fit, as for a specific end or purpose. Make suitable or comfortable. Adapt. Adjust. Handbook. Noun. A topically organized book of reference on a certain field of knowledge. Regardless of size. Pearl. Noun. A shelly concretion, usually rounded, and having a brilliant luster, with varying tints, found in the mantle, or between the mantle and shell, of certain bivalve mollusks, especially in the pearl oysters and river mussels, and sometimes in certain univalves. It is usually due to a secretion of shelly substance around some irritating foreign particle. Its substance is the same as nacre, or mother of pearl. Round lustrous pearls are used in jewelry. Verb. Sometimes figurative. To set or adorn with pearls, or with mother of pearl. Dust. Noun. Fine particles. Verb. To remove dust from. Rude. Adjective. Bad-mannered. Play. Noun. Activity for amusement only, especially among the young. Verb. To act in a manner such that one has fun. To engage in activities expressly for the purpose of recreation or entertainment. Stepson. Noun. The son of one's spouse, but not one's own child. Difficulty. Noun. The state of being difficult, or hard to do. Graduating. Verb. To be recognized by a school or university as having completed the requirements of a degree studied at the institution. Soothing. Verb. To restore to ease, comfort, or tranquility. Relieve, calm, quiet, refresh. Noun. The act by which somebody is soothed. Adjective. Tending to soothe. Mind. Noun. The ability for rational thought. Verb. Originally and chiefly in negative or interrogative constructions. To dislike, to object to be bothered by. Fixing. Verb. To pierce. Now generally replaced by transfix. Noun. The act of subverting, fixing, a vote. Qualification. Noun. The act or process of qualifying for a position, achievement, etc. Invention. Noun. Something invented. Collect. Verb. To gather together. Amass. Adjective. To be paid for by the recipient, as a telephone call or a shipment. Adverb. With payment due from the recipient. Itself. Pronoun. Reflexive pronoun. It. A thing as the object of a verb or preposition that also appears as the subject. Angle. Noun. A figure formed by two rays which start from a common point. A plane angle. Or by three planes that intersect. A solid angle. Verb. Often in the passive. To place something at an angle. Interaction. Noun. The situation or occurrence in which two or more objects or events act upon one another to produce a new effect. The effect resulting from such a situation or occurrence. Patrolling. Verb. To go the rounds along a chain of sentinels. To traverse a police district or beat. Noun. The act of going on patrol. Body. Noun. Physical frame. Verb. To give body or shape to something. Latitude. Noun. The angular distance north or south from a planet's equator, measured along the meridian of that particular point. Servant. Noun. One who is hired to perform regular household or other duties, and receives compensation, as opposed to a slave. Verb. To subject. Prawns. Noun. Pornography. Noun. A crustacean of the suborder Dendrobranchiata. Verb. To fish for prawns. Charismatic. Noun. A member of the charismatic movement. Adjective. Of, related to, or having charisma. Bandwidth. Noun. The width, usually measured in hertz, of a frequency band. Executive. Noun. A chief officer or administrator, especially one who can make significant decisions on their own authority. Adjective. Designed or fitted for execution, or carrying into effect. Parrot. Noun. A kind of bird, many species of which are colorful and able to mimic human speech. Of the order Psittaciformes or, narrowly, of the family Psittacidae. Verb. To repeat exactly what has just been said, without necessarily showing understanding, in the manner of a parrot. Cupboard. Noun. A board or table used to openly hold and display silver plate and other dishware. A sideboard. A buffet. Female. Noun. One of the female, feminine, sex or gender. Adjective. Belonging to the sex which typically produces eggs, ova, or to the gender which is typically associated with it. Colonial. Noun. A person from a country that is or was controlled by another. Adjective. Of or pertaining to a colony. Industrious. Adjective. Hardworking and persistent. Optional. Noun. Something that is not compulsory, especially part of an academic course. Adjective. Not compulsory, left to personal choice. Elective. Cheating. Verb. To violate rules in order to gain advantage from a situation. Noun. An act of deception, fraud, trickery, imposture, imposition or infidelity. Adjective. Unsporting or underhand. Lessons. Noun. A section of learning or teaching into which a wider learning content is divided. Verb. To give a lesson to. To teach. Billion. Noun. Modern British and Australian. Short scale. 1,000 million. Logic. 1,000 times 1,000 to the power of 2. 1 followed by 9 zeros. 109. A milliard. Noisy. Adjective, making a noise, especially a loud unpleasant sound. Dramatic. Adjective, of or relating to the drama. Conducted. Verb, to lead, or guide. To escort. Math. Noun, a mowing. What is gathered from mowing. Moving. Verb, to change place or posture. To go, in any manner, from one place or position to another. Noun, the relocation of goods. Adjective, that moves or move. Perform. Verb, to do something, to execute. Attract. Verb, to pull toward without touching. Enthusiasm. Noun, possession by a god, divine inspiration or frenzy. Emigrated. Verb, to leave the country in which one lives, especially one's native country, in order to reside elsewhere. Conscious. Noun, the part of the mind that is aware of itself. The consciousness. Adjective, alert, awake, with one's mental faculties active. Evil. Noun, moral badness, wickedness. Malevolence, the forces or behaviors that are the opposite or enemy of good. Adjective, intending to harm. Malevolent. Bricklayer. Noun, a craftsman who builds walls and such like out of bricks. Catches. Noun, the act of seizing or capturing. Verb, heading, to capture, overtake. Follow. Noun, sometimes attributive. In billiards and similar games. A stroke causing a ball to follow another ball after hitting it. Verb, to go after, to pursue, to move behind in the same path or direction. Rains. Noun, condensed water falling from a cloud. Verb, to have rain fall from the sky. Noun, a rainy season. Reveal. Noun, the outer side of a window or door frame. The jam. Verb, to uncover, to show and display that which was hidden. Button. Noun, one who adjusts, especially for the insurance industry's employment title, loss adjuster, or claims adjuster in the United States. Noun, a knob or disc that is passed through a loop or buttonhole, serving as a fastener. Noun, in a violin family instrument. The carved wooden plug which sits in the bottom block of the instrument. Scenes. Noun, the location of an event that attracts attention. Growth. Noun, an increase in size, number, value, or strength. Sum. Adverb, of a measurement. Approximately. Roughly. Pronoun, a certain number. At least two. Alignment. Noun, an arrangement of items in a line. Coloring. Verb, to give something color. Noun, an act or process which applies color. K. Noun, a kilobyte, more formally KB or KB. Roll out. Noun, an act of rolling out, deployment. Often. Adjective, frequent. Adverb, frequently, many times. Radius. Noun, the long bone in the forearm, on the side of the thumb. Stage. Noun, a phase. Verb, to produce on a stage, to perform a play. Roller coaster. Noun, an amusement ride consisting of a buggy on a track that rises, falls, twists and turns. Definite. Noun. Grammar. A word or phrase that designates a specified or identified person or entity. Adjective. Having distinct limits. Clarification. Noun. The act of clarifying. The act or process of making clear or transparent by freeing visible impurities. Particularly, the clearing or fining of liquid substances from feculent matter by the separation of the insoluble particles which prevent the liquid from being transparent. Marine. Noun. A soldier. Normally a member of a marine corps. Trained to serve on board or from a ship. Adjective. Belonging to or characteristic of the sea. Existing or found in the sea. Formed or produced by the sea. Caring. Verb. To be concerned. About. To have an interest. In. To feel concern. About. Noun. the act of one who cares. Adjective, of a person, kind, sensitive, empathetic. New, verb, to perceive the truth or factuality of, to be certain of or that. Step, noun, an advance or movement made from one foot to the other. A pace, verb, to move the foot in walking. To advance or recede by raising and moving one of the feet to another resting place. Or by moving both feet in succession. Compassionate, verb, to feel compassion, for someone or with regard to something. To regard, someone or something, with compassion. Adjective, having, feeling or showing compassion, to or toward someone. Disappointment. Noun, a feeling of sadness or frustration when a strongly held expectation is not met. Returns. Noun, the act of returning. Verb, to come or go back. To a place or person. Noun, merchandise returned to the retailer, wholesaler or supplier. Approved. Verb, to sanction officially. To ratify. To confirm. To set as satisfactory. Verb, English law. To make profit of. To convert to one's own profit. Said especially of waste or common land appropriated by the lord of the manor. Adjective, having received approval. G. Noun, a gangster, gangsta. Noun, games. The statistic reporting the number of games that a player has participated in. Noun, a photograph or video shared on this service. Noun, a unit of gravitational acceleration. Noun, grammar. Noun case used to express some relationship such as possession or origin. It corresponds roughly to the English preposition of and the suffix s. Noun, a unit of mass equal to 1/1000th of a kilogram. Symbol, g. Noun, a leguminous plant grown for its seeds, especially the chickpea. Noun, grandmother. Heal. Noun, a spell or ability that restores hit points or removes a status ailment. Verb, to make better from a disease, wound, etc. To revive or cure. Coins. Noun, money, a piece of currency, usually metallic and in the shape of a disc, but sometimes polygonal, or with a hole in the middle. Verb, to make of a definite fineness, and convert into coins, as a mass of metal. Off. Noun, usually in phrases such as, from the off, at the off, etc. Beginning, starting point. Verb, to kill. Adjective, inoperative, disabled. Adverb, in a direction away from the speaker or object. Preposition, not positioned upon, away from a position upon. Colonel. Noun, a commissioned officer in an armed military organization, typically the highest rank before flag officer ranks. Generals. It is generally found in armies, air forces or naval infantry. Marines. Verb, to act as or like a colonel. Researched. Verb, to search or examine with continued care, to seek diligently. Alarm. Noun, a summons to arms, as on the approach of an enemy. Verb, to call to arms for defense. Rundown. Adjective, of a person, tired and exhausted. Noun, chiefly with definite article, the. A rough outline of a topic or situation. Certificate. Noun, a document containing a certified statement. Verb, to supply with a certificate, especially following certification. Criticize. Verb, to find fault with something. Sing. Noun, a gathering at which people sing songs. Verb, to produce musical or harmonious sounds with one's voice. Cool. Noun, a moderate or refreshing state of cold. Moderate temperature of the air between hot and cold. Coolness. Adjective, having a slightly low temperature. Mildly or pleasantly cold. Knitting. Verb, to turn thread or yarn into a piece of fabric by forming loops that are pulled through each other. This can be done by hand with needles or by machine. Noun, the action of the verb to knit. The process of producing knitted material. Read. Noun. A reading or an act of reading, especially an actor's part of a play. Verb. To look at and interpret letters or other information that is written. Markets. Noun. A gathering of people for the purchase and sale of merchandise at a set time. Often periodic. Verb. To make products or services available for sale and promote them. Honey. Noun. A viscous, sweet fluid produced from plant nectar by bees. Often used to sweeten tea or to spread on baked goods. Verb. To sweeten. To make agreeable. Adjective. Involving or resembling honey. Discipline. Noun. A controlled behavior. Self-control. Verb. To train someone by instruction and practice. Invade. Verb. To move into. Friction. Noun. The rubbing of one object or surface against another. Am. Adverb. Before noon. Fanatic. Noun. A person who is zealously enthusiastic for some cause, especially in religion. Adjective. Fanatical. Fall through. Verb. To be unsuccessful, abort, come to nothing, not. To be cancelled, not to proceed. Inspiration. Noun. The drawing of air into the lungs. Accomplished in mammals by elevation of the chest walls and flattening of the diaphragm. As part of the act of respiration. Clogged. Verb. To block or slow passage through. Often with up. Adjective. Having an obstructed flow. Blocked. Mercy. Noun. Relenting. Forbearance to cause or allow harm to another. Verb. To feel mercy. Interjection. Expressing surprise or alarm. Library. Noun. An institution which holds books and or other forms of media for use by the public or qualified people, often lending them out, as well as providing various other services for its users. Practical. Noun. A part of an exam or series of exams in which the candidate has to demonstrate their practical ability. Adjective. Based on practice or action rather than theory or hypothesis. Men. Noun. An adult male human. Noun. Collective. The people, humanity. Insurance. Noun. A means of indemnity against a future occurrence of an uncertain event. Develop. Verb. To change with a specific direction, progress. Mission. Noun. A set of tasks that fulfills a purpose or duty. An assignment set by an employer. Or by oneself. Verb. To send on a mission. Presented. Verb. To bring someone into the presence of a person. To introduce formally. Adjective. Of a group, having a specified presentation, or a presentation with specified properties. Load. Noun. A burden. A weight to be carried. Verb. To put a load on or in. A means of conveyance or a place of storage. Delighted. Verb. To give delight to. To affect with great pleasure. To please highly. Adjective. Greatly pleased. Postponed. Verb. To delay or put off an event, appointment, etc. Adjective. Done later than originally planned. Delayed. Inside. Noun. The interior or inner part. Adjective. Of or pertaining to the inner surface. Limit or boundary. Adverb. Within or towards the interior of something. Within the scope or limits of something. A place. Especially a building. Preposition. Within the interior of something. Closest to the center or to a specific point of reference. Fat. Noun. A specialized animal tissue with a high oil content. Used for long-term storage of energy. Verb. To make fat. To fatten. Adjective. Carrying more fat than usual on one's body. Plump. Not lean or thin. Adjective. Originally African American Vernacular English. Excellent. Cool. Very good. Morning. Noun. The part of the day from dawn to noon. Interjection. A greeting said in the morning. Shortening of good morning. Partially. Adverb. To a partial degree or extent, incompletely. Sheet. Noun. A thin bedcloth used as a covering for a mattress or as a layer over the sleeper. Verb. To cover or wrap with cloth, or paper, or other similar material. Elders. Noun. An older person or an older member, usually a leader, of some community. Verb. To admonish or reprove for improper conduct by the elders of the meeting. Noun. A small tree. Sambucus nigra, having white flowers in a cluster. An edible purple berries. Burden. Noun. A heavy load. Verb. To encumber with a literal or figurative burden. Pandemic. Noun. A pandemic disease. A disease that affects a wide geographical area and a large proportion of the population. Adjective. Of a disease. Epidemic over a wide geographical area and affecting a large proportion of the population. Also. Of or pertaining to a disease of this nature. Discovered. Verb. To find or learn something for the first time. Boy. Noun. A young male. Verb. To use the word boy to refer to someone. Interjection. Exclamation of surprise, pleasure or longing. Grammar. Noun. A system of rules and principles for speaking and writing a language. Verb. To discourse according to the rules of grammar. To use grammar. Deaf. Noun. A deaf person. Noun. With the those who are deaf taken as a group. Verb. To deafen. Adjective. Unable to hear, or only partially able to hear. Purchased. Verb. To buy, obtain by payment of a price in money or its equivalent. Fired. Verb. To set something, often a building, on fire. Adjective. Dismissed. Let go from a job. Afternoon. Noun. The part of the day from noon or lunchtime until sunset. Evening. Or supper time or 6 p.m. Adverb. More often in the plural. In the afternoon. Interjection. Clipping of good afternoon. Fatal. Noun. A fatality. An event that leads to death. Adjective. Proceeding from, or appointed by, fate or destiny. By. Noun. The position of a person or team in a tournament or competition who draws no opponent in a particular round so advances to the next round unopposed, or is awarded points for a win in a league table. Also the phantom opponent of such a person or team. Nets. Noun. A mesh of string, cord or rope. Verb. To catch by means of a net. Noun. The amount remaining after expenses are deducted. Profit. Verb. To receive as profit. Soul. Noun. A wooden band or yoke put around the neck of an ox or cow in the stall. Programmatic. Adjective. Of, or relating to a step-by-step program, especially a computer program. Senior. Noun. An old person. Adjective. Older. Superior. Himself. Pronoun. Reflexive pronoun. Him. The male object of a verb or preposition that also appears as the subject. Dumped. Verb. To release, especially in large quantities and chaotic manner. Parrot. Noun. A kind of bird, many species of which are colorful and able to mimic human speech. Of the order Psittaciformes or, narrowly, of the family Psittacidae. Verb. To repeat exactly what has just been said, without necessarily showing understanding, in the manner of a parrot. Astronomer. Noun. One who studies astronomy, the stars or the physical universe. A scientist whose area of research is astronomy or astrophysics. Scrape. Noun. A broad, shallow injury left by scraping, rather than a cut or a scratch. Verb. To draw an object, especially a sharp or angular one, along something, while exerting pressure. Often. Adjective. Frequent. Adverb. Frequently, many times. Husband. Noun. The master of a house. The head of a family. A householder. Verb. To manage or administer carefully and frugally. Use to the best advantage. Economize. Heard. Verb. Stative. To perceive sounds through the ear. Adjective. That has been heard or listened to. that has been orally detected. Origin. Noun, the beginning of something. Retro. Noun, past fashions or trends. Adjective. Of, or relating to, the past, past times, or the way things were. Noun, a small rocket engine on a larger rocket or spacecraft, designed to slow or reverse its motion. Noun, an exhibition of works from an extended period of an artist's activity. Desire. Noun, someone or something wished for. Verb, to want, to wish for earnestly. Craft. Noun, strength, power, might, force. Verb, to make by hand and with much skill. Depressing. Verb, to press down. Adjective, causing depression or sadness. Reorganize. Verb, to organize something again, or in a different manner. Sharp. Noun, the symbol sharp, placed after the name of a note in the key signature or before a note on the staff to indicate that the note is to be played a semitone higher. Verb, to raise the pitch of a note half a step, making a natural note a sharp. Adjective, terminating in a point or edge, especially one that can cut easily, not obtuse or rounded. Adverb, to a point or edge, piercingly, eagerly, sharply. Regulations. Noun, the act of regulating or the condition of being regulated. Canoeing. Verb, to ride or paddle a canoe. Noun, a water sport involving traveling or racing in canoes or kayaks. Intent. Noun, a purpose, something that is intended. Adjective, firmly fixed or concentrated on something. Organize. Verb, to arrange in working order. Day. Noun, any period of 24 hours. Verb, to spend a day, in a place. Arrived. Verb, to reach, to get to a certain place. Obligation. Noun, the act of binding oneself by a social, legal, or moral tie to someone. Rewrites. Noun, the act of writing again or anew. Verb, to write again, differently, to modify, a piece of writing or music, etc. Frames. Noun, the structural elements of a building or other constructed object. Verb, to fit, as for a specific end or purpose. Make suitable or comfortable. Adapt. Hunt. Noun, the act of hunting. Verb, to find or search for an animal in the wild with the intention of killing the animal for its meat, or for sport. Liquidate. Verb, to settle a debt by paying the outstanding amount. Collide. Verb, to impact directly, especially if violent. Represent. Verb, to present again or anew. To present by means of something standing in the place of. To exhibit the counterpart or image of. To typify. Activation. Noun, making active and effective, bringing into a state of activity. Savings. Noun, a reduction in cost or expenditure. Rescued. Verb, to save from any violence, danger or evil. Someone. Noun, a partially specified but unnamed person. Pronoun, some person. 17. Numeral, the cardinal number occurring after 16 and before 18. Represented in Roman numerals as 17 and in Arabic numerals as 17. Cappuccino. Noun, an Italian coffee-based beverage made from espresso and milk that has been steamed and or frothed. Annoyed. Verb, to disturb or irritate, especially by continued or repeated acts. To bother with unpleasant deeds. Adjective, troubled, irritated by something unwanted or unliked. An annoyance. Vexed. Levels. Noun, a tool for finding whether a surface is level, or for creating a horizontal or vertical line of reference. Verb, to adjust so as to make as flat or perpendicular to the ground as possible. Scanner. Noun, a device which scans documents in order to convert them to a digital medium. Monster. Noun, a terrifying and dangerous creature. Verb, to make into a monster. To categorize as a monster. to demonize. Adjective, very large, worthy of a monster. Exile. Noun, the state of being banished from one's home or country. Verb, to send into exile. Plow. Noun, the notional area of land able to be farmed in a year by a team of 8 oxen pulling a Karuka plow, usually reckoned at 120 acres. Noun, a device pulled through the ground in order to break it open into furrows for planting. Verb, to use a plow on to prepare for planting. Noun, land that has been or is meant to be plowed. Buried. Adjective, placed in a grave at a burial. Verb, to ritualistically enter in a grave or tomb. Historical. Noun, a historical romance. Adjective, of, concerning, or in accordance with recorded history. Particularly, as opposed to legends, myths, and fictions. Courgette. Noun, a particular variety of cucurbita pepo, a small marrow, squash. Player. Noun, one that plays. Orbit. Noun, a circular or elliptical path of one object around another object, particularly in astronomy and space travel. Verb, to circle or revolve around another object. Horticulturalist. Noun, a gardener, a person interested or practicing horticulture. Silence. Noun, the absence of any sound. Verb, to make someone or something silent. Interjection. Be silent. Purification. Noun, the act or process of purifying, the removal of impurities. Actionable. Adjective, that can be acted on, that can be used as the basis for taking action. Exchange. Noun, an act of exchanging or trading. Railing. Verb, to travel by railway. Verb, to complain violently. Against. About. Verb, of a liquid. To gush. Flow. Noun, a fence or barrier consisting of one or more horizontal rails and vertical supports. Cup. Noun, a concave vessel for drinking from, usually made of opaque material, as opposed to a glass, and with a handle. Verb, to form into the shape of a cup, particularly of the hands. Airplane. Noun, a powered heavier than air aircraft with fixed wings. Verb, to fly in an aeroplane. Pine. Noun, any coniferous tree of the genus Pinus. Garage. Noun, a building, or section of a building, used to store a car or cars, tools and other miscellaneous items. Verb, to store in a garage. Bounce. Noun, a change of direction of motion after hitting the ground or an obstacle. Verb, to change the direction of motion after hitting an obstacle. Scream. Noun, a loud, emphatic exclamation of extreme emotion, especially horror, fear, excitement, or anger. It may comprise a word or a sustained, high-pitched vowel sound. Verb, to cry out with a shrill voice. To utter a sudden, sharp outcry, or shrill, loud cry, as in fright or extreme pain. To shriek, to screech. Indefinitely. Adverb, in a manner that is not definite. Destroyed. Verb, to damage beyond use or repair. Adjective, particularly of a child. Soiled, muddied, especially as a result of a fall or spill. Logical. Adjective, in agreement with the principles of logic. Offend. Verb, to hurt the feelings of. To displease, to make angry, to insult. Product. Noun, a commodity offered for sale. Verb, to produce. Efforts. Noun, the work involved in performing an activity, exertion. Socks. Noun, a knitted or woven covering for the foot. Noun, a violent blow. A punch. Verb, to hit or strike violently. To deliver a blow to. Noun, a plowshare. Noun, an opening into which a plug or other connecting part is designed to fit, e.g. a light bulb socket. Lungs. Noun, a biological organ of vertebrates that controls breathing and oxygenates the blood. Empty. Noun, usually plural. A container, especially a bottle, whose contents have been used up, leaving it empty. Verb, to make empty, to void, to remove the contents of. Adjective, devoid of content, containing nothing or nobody. Vacant. Identify. Verb, to establish the identity of someone or something. Reaches. Noun, the act of stretching or extending. Extension. Verb, to extend, stretch, or thrust out. For example, a limb or object held in the hand. Noun, the extreme limits. Shown. Verb, to display, to have somebody see something. Lights. Noun, visible electromagnetic radiation. The human eye can typically detect radiation, light, in the wavelength range of about 400 to 750 nanometers. Nearby shorter and longer wavelength ranges, although not visible, are commonly called ultraviolet and infrared light. Noun, a stone that is not thrown hard enough. Noun, the lungs, now chiefly of an animal, being lighter than adjacent parts. Inappropriate. Adjective, not appropriate, not suitable for the situation, time, or place. Peer. Noun, a look, a glance. Verb, to look with difficulty, or as if searching for something. Kids. Noun, a young goat. Verb, to make a fool of someone. Noun, a fagot, a bundle of heath and furs. Diversify. Verb, to make diverse or various in form or quality. To give variety, to distinguish by numerous differences or aspects. Lead. Noun, a heavy, pliable, inelastic metal element, having a bright, bluish color, but easily tarnished. Both malleable and ductile, though with little tenacity, it is easily fusible, forms alloys with other metals, and is an ingredient of solder and type metal. Atomic number 82, symbol Pb, from Latin plumbum. Verb, to cover, fill, or affect with lead. Competitors. Noun, a person or organization against whom one is competing. Purposing. Verb, to have set as one's purpose. Resolve to accomplish. Intend. Plan. Noun, the act of forming a purpose. Restore. Noun, the act of recovering data or a system from a backup. Verb, to re-establish, or bring back into existence. Mood. Noun, a mental or emotional state, composure. Extroverted. Adjective, turned or thrust outwards, especially. Don. Noun, a university professor, particularly one at Oxford or Cambridge. Clerk. Noun, one who occupationally works with records, accounts, letters, etc. An office worker. Verb, to act as a clerk. To perform the duties or functions of a clerk. Frozen. Verb, especially of a liquid. To become solid due to low temperature. Adjective, having undergone the process of freezing. In ice form. Components. Noun, a smaller, self-contained part of a larger entity. Often refers to a manufactured object that is part of a larger device. Botanical. Noun, something derived from a botanical, especially herbal, source. Adjective, of or pertaining to botany. Relating to the study of plants. Request. Noun, act of requesting, with the adposition at in the presence of possessives, and on in their absence. Verb, to ask for something. Crop. Noun, a plant, especially a cereal, grown to be harvested as food, livestock fodder or fuel or for any other economic purpose. Need. Noun, a requirement for something, something needed. Fabric. Noun, an edifice or building. Legacy. Noun, money or property bequeathed to someone in a will. Adjective, left over from the past, no longer current. Kind. Noun, a type, race or category, a group of entities that have common characteristics such that they may be grouped together. Somebody. Noun, a recognized or important person, a celebrity. Pronoun, some unspecified person. Bumpers. Noun, someone or something that bumps. Gatekeeper. Noun, a person or group who controls access to something or somebody. Lure. Noun, something that tempts or attracts, especially one with a promise of reward or pleasure. Verb, to attract by temptation, etc. To entice. Achieve. Verb, to succeed in something, now especially in academic performance. Messenger. Noun, one who brings messages. Verb, to send something by messenger. Funeral. Noun, a ceremony to honor and remember a deceased person, often distinguished from a memorial service by the presence of the body of the deceased. Adjective, of or relating to a funeral. Last. Adjective, final, ultimate, coming after all others of its kind. Adverb, most recently. Accent. Noun, a higher pitched or stronger articulation of a particular syllable of a word or phrase in order to distinguish it from the others or to emphasize it. Instruments. Noun, a device used to produce music. Verb, to apply measuring devices. O. Noun, the name of the Latin script letter O. Movement. Noun, physical motion between points in space. Devices. Noun, any piece of equipment made for a particular purpose, especially a mechanical or electrical one. Community. Noun, a group sharing a common understanding, and often the same language, law, manners, and or tradition. Constantly. Adverb, with steadfastness, with resolve, in loyalty, faithfully. Lie. Noun, the terrain and conditions surrounding the ball before it is struck. Verb, to rest in a horizontal position on a surface. Looped. Verb, to form something into a loop. Adjective, having loops. Expand. Verb, to change something from a smaller form and or size to a larger one. To spread out or lay open. Overcrowded. Verb, to fill beyond reasonable limits. With people, animals, objects or information. Adjective, containing too many occupants for an area of its size. Garbage. Noun, food waste material of any kind. Verb, to eviscerate. Adjective, bad, crap, shitty. Plow. Noun, the notional area of land able to be farmed in a year by a team of 8 oxen pulling a Karuka plow. Usually reckoned at 120 acres. Noun, a device pulled through the ground in order to break it open into furrows for planting. Verb, to use a plow on to prepare for planting. Noun, land that has been or is meant to be plowed. Respond. Noun, a response. Verb, to say something in return. To answer, to reply. Science. Noun, a particular discipline or branch of learning, especially one dealing with measurable or systematic principles rather than intuition or natural ability. Verb, to cause to become versed in science. To make skilled. To instruct. Noun, the sport of boxing. Replacement. Noun, a person or thing that takes the place of another, a substitute. Drank. Noun, dextromethorphan. Verb, to consume, a liquid, through the mouth. Electricity. Noun, originally, a property of amber and certain other non-conducting substances to attract lightweight material when rubbed, or the cause of this property. Now understood to be a phenomenon caused by the distribution and movement of charged subatomic particles and their interaction with the electromagnetic field. Finance. Noun, the management of money and other assets. Verb, to conduct, or procure money for, financial operations. Manage finances. Sometime. Adjective, former. Erstwhile. At some previous time. Adverb, at an indefinite but stated time in the past or future. Mobile. Noun, a kinetic sculpture or decorative arrangement made of items hanging so that they can move. independently from each other. Adjective, capable of being moved, especially on wheels. Noun, a portable telephone that connects with the telephone network over radio wave transmission. Contract, noun, an agreement between two or more parties to perform a specific job or work order, often temporary or of fixed duration and usually governed by a written agreement. Adjective, contracted, affianced, betrothed. Aviator, noun, an aircraft pilot. The use of the word may imply claims of superior airmanship, as in Navy aviator versus Air Force pilot. Shirt, noun, an article of clothing that is worn on the upper part of the body, and often has sleeves, either long or short, that cover the arms. Greater, adjective, relatively large in scale, size, extent, number, i.e. having many parts or members, or duration, i.e. relatively long, very big. Reminds, verb, to cause one to experience a memory of someone or something, to bring to the notice or consideration of a person. Signs, noun, sometimes also used uncountably, a visible indication. Verb, to make a mark. Finalize, verb, to make final or firm, to finish or complete. Rapidly, adverb, with speed, in a rapid manner. Online, verb, to bring a system, etc. online, to promote to an active or running state. Adjective, of a system, connected, generally electrically, to a larger network. Adverb, while online, while in a running or active state, are connected to the internet. Machinist, noun, a constructor of machines and engines, one versed in the principles of machines. Mercenary, noun, one motivated by gain, especially monetary. Adjective, motivated by private gain. Reading, verb, to look at and interpret letters or other information that is written. Noun, the process of interpreting written language.